Let us discuss the ultimate journeyman. Now, what you see behind you, or what you see behind me in front of you, may look like it is a half the league, and it almost is. These are the teams that Mike Sillinger played for or were involved in a trade with because they wanted to have his rights on some level for a couple minutes. Mike Sillinger was a well-thought-of prospect in the Detroit organization. First year, 90-91, he plays 3 games. 91-92, he didn't play any games in the regular season, played a few in the postseason. 92-93, 51 games, 4 goals, 17 assists, 21 points. He's a defensive center, not an overly physical center, good face-off guy. 93-94, 62 games, 8 goals, 21 assists, 29 points. It is the season after that this really starts. 94-95, he plays 13 games, 2 goals, 6 assists. He is traded to Anaheim with Jason York for Mark Ferner, Stu Grimson, and a 1996 6th-round draft choice. In Anaheim, he played 15 games, 2 goals, 5 assists, 7 points to finish out the 94-95 campaign. Don't buy a house. 95-96, 62 games, 13 goals, 21 assists, 34 points. He gets moved at the deadline, March 15th, 1996, so 2 years in a row he moves at the deadline, for Roman Oksuta from Vancouver. And to Anaheim, I say, thank you for taking Roman off our hands. 95-96, he finishes out 12 games, 1 goal, 3 assists. And even though he didn't produce for the Canucks, I was just glad he wasn't Roman Oksuta. 96-97, 78 games, 17 goals, 20 assists, 37 points. 97-98, 48 games, 10 goals, 9 assists, 19 points. February 5th, 1998, he gets moved to Philly. So he might have thought he was growing roots in Vancouver, but don't get used to that. 97-98 in Philly to finish out the season. He plays 27 games, gets 11 goals and 11 assists. Pretty solid, but 98-99, he plays 25 games and has 3 assists. Philly says, all right, we're moving him too. December 12th, 1998, he's traded with Chris Gratton for Damon Lanko and Michael Renberg. Legion of Doom, born. He plays in Tampa 54 games, 8 goals and 2 assists for 10 points. They keep him. 99-2000, he plays 67 games, 19 goals, 25 assists, 44 points. And as we saying, I've played 120 games in one city. And somebody overheard him because March 14th of 2000, he is traded to Florida for Dwayne Hay and Ryan Johnson. He plays 13 games at the end of the year, gets 4 goals, 4 assists, 8 points. 2000-2001 season, 55 games in Florida, 13 goals, 21 assists, 34 points. And he's like, all right, the trade deadline's coming up. I'm just not going to answer my phone. Damn it. March 13th, 2001, for the return of a draft pick acquired previously, Ottawa picks him up. He plays 13 games in Ottawa, gets 3 goals, 4 assists, 7 points. And Ottawa says, you're a free agent. So as a UFA in 2001, he signs in Columbus. Plays 80 games, 20 goals, 23 assists, 43 points. And he didn't have to worry about turning off his phone during the trade deadline that year or the year after. Plays 75 games the year after. 18 goals, 25 assists, 43 points. 155 games, which is, yep, that's the most games he's played with any of the teams so far. Second postseason in a row as a Columbus Blue Jacket. Had to feel pretty good wearing this jersey. And then July 22nd happens. There's a 3-way deal. Daryl Sador gets traded out. Teppo Newman ends up getting traded out. And he ends up with Arizona. He plays 03-04. He plays 60 games in Arizona. 8 goals, 6 assists, 14 points. Arizona says, this is awesome. So awesome. We feel like we should share. So it gets shared on March 4th, 2004. That's the trade deadline. Mike Sillinger to St. Louis for Brent Johnson. He finishes out the 03-04 campaign. 5 goals, 5 assists, 10 points. 16 games. That's not too bad. Then he has a career year in 05-06. 48 games, 22 goals, 19 assists, 41 points. He's playing the best hockey of his career. So January 29th, 2006, to reward him for that, he is moved to Nashville right around the trade deadline. 31 games in Nashville, 10 goals, 12 assists, 22 points. Nashville's really, really thankful, but they don't sign him. He goes to the New York Islanders. 06-07, 82 games played, 26 goals, 53 assists, 59 points. 07-08, 52 games, 14 goals, 12 assists, 26 points. And 08-09, where our story ends, 7 games and 2 goals. So why do a video on the guy? Because anybody who plays in the NHL for this many teams and never gives up on their dream of being a hockey league player and doesn't say, you know what, I'm just going to Europe. He played 1,049 games between all of this. 240 goals, 308 assists, 548 points. This is the record. He played for 12 different teams. His rights exchanged between 13. There is nobody that I think will ever click close to this record, ever. But it does mean that I am likely going to start a new playlist, which is Journeyman. These guys, you know, I'm not going to put Mike Sillinger in my Hall of Fame because he didn't play in Vancouver very long. He never played in Dallas. And he didn't put up a bunch of really fantastic offensive seasons. He's got 20 goals here. He had 20 goals, 30 goals between the two teams here, 20 goals here, 19 here would have been 20 if he'd played the whole season. Oh no, he had 20 because he had 4 over here. It's so hard to figure this out because, yeah, he had 20 here because his totals are split between two teams. He had a lot of 20-goal seasons. But I do think that these guys kind of get forgotten later on. These are the kind of guys that get kind of buried and people look later and they go, wow, this guy, did he play for that many teams? Really, seriously? Yeah. And he broke a record when he reached his 9th team, breaking the record of J.J. Daigneault and Michel Petit, who played for 8. So I will likely do videos on those guys in the up-and-coming weeks. But, yeah, Journeyman, Mike Sillinger, hats off to the guy because, honestly, if you can go through this many trade deadlines where you're moved, surprise, I already have my bags packed, what now? Really, seriously, this is just, it's a good attitude for a guy to go through that many teams and not lose his mind. So, with that in mind, thank you guys very much for watching. Hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. And I'll talk to you again soon.